You know, I am realizing this might be the first time the audience properly hears my voice. Or, like, properly talks to me, even. Huh. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Wait, is. Is the camera on? Oh. Hello, dear audience. I am Mayya K, also known as Mod Maya, one of the moderators of the Silly Stage EU Tumblr blog. Now that we have our winner, Betty, I thought it would be fun to answer some of your questions. I didn't get that many, but knowing myself, my answers will end up pretty long, so yeah. Also go ask Mod Tarot after watching this. He's gonna do his own Q&A. Thank you. So anyway, let's go. How long have you been an Alien Stage fan? I was following Vivinos since before Alien Stage was a thing, so pretty much since day one. I watched my Clemantis when it first came out, for example. Though I had more of a passive interest until somewhere around when Ruler of My Heart got released, because I saw Mizzy again and I was like, oh, it's all connected. So yeah. What programs do you use to draw? Ibis Paint Text for regular art and Flip a Clip for animations. Do you have favorite Silly Stage OCs? Honestly, I don't know. But if I had to pick someone specific, I think my favorite Silly Stage iterations of my OCs are Betty and Wesley. Betty, because she was fun to write for. I actually did not expect her to survive past round 1, so watching her be in the situation that I did not expect her to be in ever was very interesting, and was very fun to figure out how she would react to everything. And Wesley was fun to write because of their connections to Earth and the Resistance. As for the other mods OCs, Zhenya is my favorite Tarot OC, Aya is my favorite Penguin OC, and Libertas has no one actively present but Mike, so Mike it is. You didn't create the OCs for the Silly Stage, right? What is their original story about? Oh, that's a very good question. Wesley, Betty, Cairo, Elise, and Marianne are from How to Human 101, or HTH 101 for short. Basically, all of them were either made in an unnatural way or modified by science, and now they try to navigate their lives as regular kids. That's it. That's the basic premise. No other lore hidden under the surface or anything. You don't have to look into it. No, it's fine, it's just about kids having fun and nothing else. It's absolutely about nothing else. Nothing else at all. Nothing else. I have a Tumblr blog where I reblog almost every How to Human 101 thing I make, so if you're interested, you can follow. Lisa also exists in How to Human 101, but that's not the story that she was originally made for. She's a Parties of Losers OC. She's a mutant with cold blood. She lives at a facility, and at some point gets stolen by a scientist who essentially adopts her and gives her a good life. Yeah. What was your favorite part of the Silly Stage? Also, do you have an art tag or an art blog? I don't know where to find your art. My favorite part of the Silly Stage was probably the voting. Watching people decide the fate of a character in real time has been very entertaining. The times where characters were 50-50 were especially entertaining, because me and the other mods were kind of silently panicking, because, like, basically what we decided on, if the poll ended in 50-50, we would just flip a coin, and whoever the coin decided would die. So, yeah, we really did not want to do that. So anytime it was 50-50, we were like, God, oh fuck, oh god. Apologize for my language, but yeah, basically, that was how it was. But it was fun, genuinely. Also, in terms of the art tag and art blog, I don't have those. Anytime I tried to come up with an art tag, I would forget about it immediately, and it's just easier to post everything on the same blog I post everything else, so yeah, sorry. I do have a Telegram channel where I exclusively post art, and I post my animations on YouTube, so that's the places you can find my art instead. Yeah. Who is Mod Libertas? Where did they come from? They appeared so suddenly. Mod Libertas is my dad.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, kiddo.
Next question. Which is your favorite Silly Stage round? Whether it's by characters, or if you enjoyed animating drawing for that once especially, or the plot. I think my favorites to draw for were match 6 of round 1, Betty vs. Marianne, or match 1 of round 2, Wesley vs. Zhenya. Betty vs. Marianne just has such a feeling to it? I don't know how to describe it, but I love to draw for it. Plus, I got to use In Hell We Live Lament by Millie, which I think has a lot of lyrics that can connect to Vasily stage lore if you are deranged in the same way as I. Maybe I could at some point explain all the connections I made in my brain. Maybe. One day. And in terms of Zhenya vs. Wesley, it was because of the resistance takeover that it was connected to. I liked to do that little thing with the animatic where Wesley stares at the camera with an angry glare, and that's when the the whole thing cuts out and changes to the signal interception that the resistance set up. Like, haha, the memes, the memes, my favorite. Yeah. And also, after the signal interception section, there is the whole little bit where you can hear them speak to each other, which was also pretty fun. Oh, also, a fun fact, the reason the camera feed cuts out is because Zhenya stumbled over a camera. she stumbled over the camera, and the feed just cut off. Yeah. Is there anything that you wanted to put in or explore in City Stage but didn't get a chance to do? I guess I wanted to explore more of Cairo's grieving process or something. Also make the fact that aliens keep him sedated more apparent. I don't know if people even really noticed that he was sedated throughout the whole pre-round 2 interview. So yeah. In general, there's also like the whole thing of several characters died before they could even be explored, so that's a thing. But generally, I don't know. I can't really think of much of things that I really wanted to do but didn't get to. If you could, would you change anything about the city stage? If so, what it would be? Honestly, I'm pretty content with how it turned out. I think the previous answer made it obvious. Maybe I would have fleshed out a few characters a little bit more, but that's little things. What is Wesley doing here? That is a nonverbal sign for help. Anytime they would speak about the resistance or their connections to Earth, they would get shock-colored, so they are trying to communicate to the resistance in other ways. And well, the aliens don't know what this gesture is, but the resistance does, so they do it. Why is Betty's victory song a military anthem? That does not really sound like her. Also, what's with Wesley having 2 victory songs? What do you mean? What do you mean Betty's song does not sound like her? Do you not like Painful Death for the Lactose Intolerant? The extremely normal song for an extremely normal girl who has nothing going on with her at all. Okay, but seriously, Painful Death for the Lactose Intolerant was chosen as her victory song because 1, it was made by Millie, the main singer of which is Betty's voice claim, and 2, it is a taunt to her audience, to the aliens, because it has little references to every person who died against her prior, as well as a reference to the resistance. But due to the song sounding completely nonsensical with the whole milk thing, when Betty decided on it, it slipped past censors. As for the Wesley thing, you might notice that there are 2 songs there, Impress Your Creators by Tabring and My Time by Bowen. Thing is, My Time was Wesley's second choice. Impress Your Creators was their first. And, well, censorship team decided that it would be better if they put Wesley's second choice in front, rather than Impress Your Creators. Because, well... So how about this? Enjoy our fest! We built more weapons to rain fire upon all of you! You think you run the show, we're stronger than you'll ever know! Yeah, it would be pretty bad if their winner sang Impress Your Creators. Hey Mayya, it's me, Mod Penguin from the City Stage AU. Hi Penguin. I have a question for you. What kind of winners would your other OCs be? Betty likes to push back against the audience, to tease and insult them. You know how she is. I'm curious what the rest would be like if they won. Honestly, I did not really think about it much before Penguin asked this question, but... okay. Here it goes. All of it is sad, though. Elise would be doing the most okay out of all of them, I think. She was an idol prior to the show. So she is used to fame. But she would be all smiles around the audience, happily giving interviews. But let's be real, she would be crying herself to sleep every night because of the friends she lost. Lisa, she would probably be okay too. Since she's so young, her brain would probably suppress the memories of the show, so if you would ask her what happened, she would not be able to tell you. She would probably forget pretty much all of it. Just a gap in her memory from the moment that she left Anact for the first performance to a point of victory. Marianne would be disassociating all day, every day. Blank-faced, thousand-yard stare, no matter the situation that she is in. She's just kind of there, letting the aliens do whatever they want. Because she thinks as long as she does literally nothing of her own volition, she will be fine. The only reminder of her former self is the ring from Betty, and the world that she created in her head where everybody is alive and having fun at the garden. Cairo would not have lasted long after he won. He would have died from overdose because of all the sedatives that aliens used on him to keep him behaved. But in moments of clarity, he would rebel and speak out about what he endured. And Wesley would be miserable as a winner. Wesley is the only one out of the entire contestant roster who knows of Earth, who knows of humanity, who has been there, who grew up surrounded by humans. And now they're just a little plaything for the aliens and nothing more, forced to perform for them until they are no longer appealing, stolen from their home, their family. Earth is the only home we ever known. They are homesick, but they can never return. So anyway, tell the people about the previous Silly Stage season. The one with Elizabeth, Kira, etc. Oh yeah, that one. Honestly, I don't know if I am qualified to talk about it. Probably go ask Tarot about it. But that Silly Stage season involved several characters that were directly connected to the current contestants. Well, current season's contestants. Mainly Kira, Zhenya's sister, who won the show. Maria, Nina's mother, who was taken over the show because she was pregnant with Nina. And Elizabeth, Betty's mom, who got rescued by the Resistance during one of her performances. Betty was like a little child at the time, so she got sent to Anact Garden. Yeah. There are a few other OCs there, like several of our Puffle OCs, like Penguins, Volkov and Kozlova, and mine, Astrov. So yeah. Go ask Tarot about this one, please. I can't tell much about it. And the final question. Now that Betty has won, will there be a sequel, or is this it? Well, yes and no. The show itself is over. We have our winner, but that does not mean we don't have anything planned. We are not done. Not yet. So yeah, that was the last one. This was fun to do. Thank you for your questions, to everybody who asked them. And also, thank you for following the Silly Stage. I did not expect so many people to follow us, and I am very grateful if they did. I'm glad that people decided to follow our little story. I've also seen somebody call our story an example, like the standard setter. That was very surprising to hear. Like very pleasant, but also, huh? What? Huh? This was this is just a thing that we made for fun. We did not expect it to be so, you know, widespread. as widespread as it could get. But, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Good night, dear audience. Good night.